This is too far. I think Aka's going too far now. So I did not know. Okay. DJ Akademiks is going too far. Listen, I'm gonna start from the top. Whoa.
This is a nigger thing.
Real nibbas do stuff.
Who infamously called Ian a faggot. Harvey.
Wait, y'all made it seem like it was a one-time thing. What is this?
It'll mean the end of my YouTube career for
the whole Alex is a thing.
Y'all made it seem like it was a one-time thing.
Nibbas do stuff.
Who infamously called Ian a faggot.
This video's 8
Harvey
minutes.
Weinstein. What's your opinion on Mike Dean producing the new Nick Gurr album? I'm not even a really big Nick Gurr guy. So Jigglypuff is a social justice meme featuring a loud, obnoxious pig of a human being who is screaming her brains out at the New Hampshire college date of Milo Yiannopoulos' Dangerous Faggot Tour. Another funny slew of social justice memes come about. Because
okay, some of these are like, if he's saying something is a tour, something's like he's naming, somebody named their tour that, like,
because everything they say is nearly brain dead. There's so many of these videos cropping up that all of the channels that are essentially just ripping off Sargon of Akkad's channel can barely keep up. And calling him a faggot. Brony Fag says, he's nice, fave if he's a fag. That's what it's supposed to look like, you retard. Fucking retard.
Cornball. Is it Sunday? Cause it feels like Sunday. Raindrop. Drop top. This dick ain't free. Drone strike now.
Vegan pussy, and it's like a staircase that looks like really nice. Yeah, it says vegan pussy, and it's like a staircase going to heaven. It's like vegetarian pussies is like a rickety old staircase. It's like meat eater pussy, and like a staircase is just destroyed.
Vagina is my child.
That's a crazy clip.
Such understanding of fairness and equality has me leaning towards her. The fact of the matter is, she has a uterus, and that's going to come in handy when it comes time to run this country. Uterus make you jump faster.
I've never seen these.
Run higher and think gooder.
She worked her whole life for it. I'm with her still. And you may call me entitled, but I'll call you a racist, sexist, bigot, misogynist, homophobe, transphobe, Republican. Maybe if we called you guys more names, we would have won.
We are all from Africa! Home. So I've decided to get back in touch with my African roots. I'm not one to deny somebody their racial identity, but if black people have an opening, I'd like to apply. If someone black is watching this video, put in a good word for me.
I'm literally shaking. Literally shaking. I'm literally shaking. I can't even yell. Resist Donald Trump, baby. Because we literally just elected literally Hitler as the president of the entire States of America.
Oh, whoa. Let me just stop because y'all saw that shit. I'm not trying to get banned. All right. This is the video I saw the other day. I played it earlier, but this is the video I saw of him the other day. Where was it? Where Akademiks posted it. And then I have something to say about Akademiks doing all this too. And we have Fantano's apology right here. But this.
Who infamously called Ian a nigger faggot, and now he just kind of quotes that to death. That dude clearly.
And then DJ Akademiks, I guess, dropped. So DJ Akademiks and Fantano obviously have a history of not necessarily liking each other and shit like that. Fantano has spoken out against Akademiks a lot of the time. But Fantano, I didn't know that Fantano was like this before. This is the thing about all that stuff. And I said it earlier, I'll say it again. Is Fantano being, what is it called? Ignorant a little bit, during a lot of these clips. Ignorant a lot in a lot of these clips. Like, yes. Is it very iDubbbz-esque? Yes. And I always thought iDubbbz was lame for saying shit like that all the time, very openly. I always feel like people like that who say shit like that are very lame for doing that shit. Like the iDubbbz style of content. I know he did the content cop and everything like that, but certain shit he was saying, and we don't have to get into it, was always just like off-putting to me, me personally. But it's never anything on the internet or never anything, a situation like this that I don't think people can grow past from. Like, people are saying that, like, oh, he had a black wife, like that shit doesn't matter. Like, he was still doing shit like this. And I think a lot of these, yes, Akademiks is taking a lot of these out of context. I'm not gonna lie. I can tell a lot of these are out of context. I can tell. A lot of these are out of context clips, and that absolutely matters when we're contextualizing what Anthony Fantano was saying at the time. We need the before, the after, the all around type shit. But him even saying shit like that, like, you shouldn't be quoting something or quoting somebody and feel that, you shouldn't be really saying that type shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this shit was a while ago. It seems like y'all are saying early 2010s, edgelord, cringe shit. The internet was a different place back then. And obviously Fantano was a part of that a little bit. Watching Fantano's content now, and I do watch Fantano's content every now and then, I don't think Fantano is a racist person. I don't think Fantano, me personally, I don't think Fantano is the same person that he was when he was making videos like this, however long these videos were. Okay, and I'm sure this is out on the internet. This is open. I'm sure this isn't all just taken down. I'm sure this has been something that Anthony Fantano has maybe addressed before. This probably isn't necessarily new things. Did I know about these things? No, I didn't. But we got to give people a chance to grow. So I'm not going to shit on Anthony Fantano too hard. Because at the end of the day, like, how long ago was this? And so I am going to watch this video with a very open mind. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm still going to watch his content. I ain't going to lie. But we got to give people grace. We got to hold people accountable for the shit that they do. But we got to give people grace. Like, bro, like, people can grow, people can change. Like, this whole cancel culture thing, like, it is what it is. Unless you do something just genuinely heinous. And there's a lot of niggas that have done heinous things that we kind of just let go because we like them as W Nick Zach with the sub. But there's a lot of niggas who've done a lot of heinous things that we kind of just let go because you like their content, like Kobe Bryant. Like, I love Kobe. I was fell asleep to a Kobe Bryant game last night. Don't look up what the nigga did in Colorado, okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we got to give people grace and let people, like, people will make mistakes. And I'm going to go into this video with a very open mind.
Me not saying that.
Like Playboy Cardi. I love Cardi, but do not look up his arrest history, okay? Everybody on the internet, you have to realize that, yes, he is Anthony Fantano, but he is also a real person that was making mistakes. And if he apologizes and moves on, then it's okay.
Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and in case you haven't noticed...
But we can't sit here and act like he wasn't a little ignorant for saying
I'm getting torn apart on Twitter, which is nothing new for me personally, but the discourse seems to have reached a fever pitch that's making a lot of people concerned and angry and even thinking I'm covertly a racist, bigoted person. Now, these are the same sorts of allegations that I have fought against and won before, and I'm happy to do it again because I have nothing to hide and I know they're not true. I don't want to waste anyone's time, so let's just get straight into it. With Exhibit A, this clip right here, which has just been going absolutely viral. And
the quality is not on me.
And here's my explanation for it. Early on in my YouTube career, I had some pretty lax views when it came to quoting the language of others. And my point of view was, what does it matter? It's not me saying it. I'm relaying a lyric or a sentiment or a point of view expressed by someone else. I'm even embarrassed to say that I don't think it was until like a few years ago that I actually changed and censored the text of this 2014 seen Death Grip's review title. And as you can see in the comments of this video, there's even a lot of discourse and jokes flying around about me not saying the title. And at the time, this sort of thing left me feeling like this is more or less a moral gray area. I extended this attitude into other pieces of content I've made, like this one, where it is also clear I am quoting someone even in the tightly edited state.
I really wonder, and I really hope he addresses Akademiks. I like Akademiks. I like both of these creators, okay? And Akademiks got his fair share of allegations, I ain't gonna lie. Akademiks got his fair share of allegations, I ain't gonna lie. But Anthony Fantano, like, I wonder what he's going to say to DJ, because DJ Akademiks is going crazy.
Clip has been presented in, and the reason I'm doing so is to voice disagreement with calling people racial and homophobic slurs as a bit, which is what the original content creator I was quoting was doing. And he himself has since apologized for this whole era of his career, but I'm not getting deeper into the weeds than that because this video isn't about him. Because the fact of the matter is I should have and could have just censored myself while pointing this behavior out. But unfortunately, my position left me feeling kind of nonchalant because it's not the words themselves, but the sentiment of them that's being expressed that's truly disgusting. And sure, while that is true on some level, explicitly quoting him was in bad form and just unnecessary. I would have still gotten my point across and done so without upsetting anybody had I taken that approach. And I feel this way now because of an important realization I only made after tons and tons of people were watching me, that I don't make content just for me, I do it for an audience. And I can't dictate what anyone watching may or may not find harmful or offensive, no more than with a review I can dictate what music you do or don't like. So I would rather err on the side of caution and not hurt anyone by explicitly voicing language that doesn't exist in a vacuum, even if I am quoting it. And that's actually been my approach for a very long time now. I mean, this clip may be new to you, but it's actually almost 10 years old. If this was ever something I made a regular habit of doing, believe me, you'd be seeing more examples than this. All I can do is take ownership of having quoted these words in this way,
Which is
and
absolutely
obviously say that I'm sorry, which I am in fact sorry about this. Now, there are going to be some people watching this video who will say, no, that's not enough. I know you're a racist. I saw a clip of you laughing at Trayvon Martin's death, which I guess this is the clip.
Vegan invited me to an event that taught me about PETA's buying guide / neoliberal whiteness and Trayvon Martin. Okay.
Dude, fuck Trayvon. I was thinking Trey Melvin. I had a big thing with Trey Melvin.
Which I will agree, that doesn't look good. But believe it or not, the way this clip has been presented is a lie, and it's been heavily edited too. First off, I gotta say, the Drunken Peasants podcast where I was appearing in that clip is explicitly not a right-wing podcast. While, yeah, it's true the show has featured a pretty wild range of guests over the years, and the humor tends to run a bit edgy, they also regularly make fun of right-wingers, alt-right psychopaths, and the president. And in this clip that you just saw, I'm reading a super chat that is on the screen that was sent in by a viewer of the show. And the reason I'm jumping into reading it is that partially it is a dig at me, because on the show it's not exactly a secret that I'm an openly liberal vegan. And from there, here is what
this nigga's a vegan? I did not know that.
A vegan invited me to an event that taught me about PETA's buying guide / neoliberal whiteness and Trayvon Martin. Okay.
Dude, fuck Trayvon. I was gonna. I was gonna say Trey Melvin, but it's no Trayvon Martin.
Man, totally you're so. You know what, Jeff? You're so right wing.
As you can see there, that is not the clip that is getting passed around. In this original clip, Jeff Holiday there on the podcast doesn't even finish his sentence. He apparently gets Trayvon Martin mixed up with someone else entirely, and I even call him a moron. Because that is obviously something a fucking moron would communicate. So, voila, that's actually what happened in that.
If I was Fantano, even if you're not trying to point blame at anybody, I'm not a nigga for beef. And listen, I like Akademiks. I watch his streams. I like Fantano. I watch his videos. I'm going at Akademiks because Akademiks TV, he doesn't necessarily run that page, I'm pretty sure. But Nigga, if he's posting out of context clips, if he's posting compilations, if he's posting AI pictures of you with the Confederate flag and shit like that, you gotta say something. You can't just like, not necessarily, you can't just let it slide. Like, nigga, he's kind of going crazy at you right now. If the clip is out of context, you need to be like, nigga, you're posting out of context shit. Don't say nigga, obviously. But like, you're saying out of context shit. Like, what's going on here? Like, if I'm Fantano, like, his nigga, I was like, what the fuck is going on with Fantano? I thought this shit happened recently until niggas told me it wasn't.
Clip. With all that,
like he gotta, come on.
Said, I realized a long time ago that I really do need to be careful about who I talk to and
like, bro, you gotta say like this nigga's
platform I appear on,
posting crazy shit of you.
In the eyes of the wrong person, any association or appearance can be read as a deep tie or an endorsement of an idea that I don't fucking agree with. Like, for example, if I did a stream with this guy tomorrow,
fucking a dude, will you let him fuck you?
No.
Why not? Suppose he's like, yo, bro, listen, yo, you always wanted me to be next to you. Now I could be inside of you. Pause.
Yo, I'm not gay.
You said you suck a dick though.
Yeah.
People might understandably think that I endorse the idea of having.
That's a bad clip. That's a bad clip. One more time, though. One more time.
Tomorrow.
Fucking a dude, will you let him fuck you?
No.
Why not? Suppose he's like, yo, bro, listen, yo, you always wanted me to be next to you. Now I could be inside of you. Pause.
Yo, I'm not gay.
This is the thing about this clip. Now, be very, 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 very listening to my words. As a child, did older niggas like say random weird shit like that to me? Yes. Yes. That is like the older niggas troll. Like when you're like 13, 14, 15. Older niggas, like, oh, your older cousins, your older uncles would troll you like that. But doing it to a random person is crazy. That's my thing. When I'm like 13, 14, 15, getting into fucking, you know what I'm saying, starting to talk to girls, shit like that. Like, dude, were niggas like, oh, you fucking bitches yet? Like, come on. Like, niggas were doing that. I don't think that that's ridiculous. Doing it to a random person who this dude was in PBM's com or something like that is crazy. Like, come on. Like, I'm not about to sit here and say that that's ridiculous. Now that I think about it. Your uncle saying that is worse? It not necessarily. It's just like family members in your community that were like of the age of like 19 to like 25. Around that time. When you're first starting to get into all that shit. Hey, you fucking bitches yet? Yes or no? And nigga, is you gay? Yes or no? You fucking hoes. Well, you talking to girl. Like that shit, it happens. But doing it to a random person is kind of crazy. That's what I think. Doing it to a random person that is not in your family is crazy.
You said you suck a dick though.
Yeah.
See, like that's a crazy clip to just to open it up, like knowing that kid ain't, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that mad weird, I wouldn't see myself doing that personally. Cool. That's fine. That's the song where you say you get molested. I don't think that's that crazy. I think doing it to a random person is crazy.
Understandably think that I endorse the idea of having sexual conversations with underage boys, and I don't. So while...
See, but that's where you can't get no grace. Like if when I was 13, 14, 15, somebody in my family talking to me like that, like, nigga, at the end of the day, nigga, you got to get the birds and the bees conversation. If a nigga not like, but Akademiks doing it to a random person, again, is ridiculous. Akademiks doing it to a random person is ridiculous. That's a fact.
I know that nobody owes me their forgiveness, and I can't control what everyone thinks about me. That's a fact. I'm going to continue to do my best to make sure that I'm not sending across the wrong idea, especially considering a lot of the music I review and endorse on a regular basis deals in some pretty heavy and serious topics. Topics that I would be completely in opposition to were I a bigoted weirdo. But as much as this is a principle of mine, I would also like to be spared the headache of just some freak trying to frame me
That's the point. I'm not saying, guys, listen to exactly what I'm saying. Listen to exactly what I'm saying. The point I even brought that up is because when Akademiks was trying to defend him, he eventually apologized. But when Akademiks was trying to defend himself, I'm pretty sure he was saying like, he had those same type of conversations, and that's not an experience that isn't like I've had that same experience. But my point is that Akademiks was doing it to a random kid. Akademiks was doing it to a random kid. That's where it's like, come on. That's where it's like, come on. The difference is, Unc, I know what you're saying, but I think even older people, saying, and the thing is, Ak has no relation to this kid. Ak is like 34, 35, 33 years old. I don't know how old Ak is. And he's not related to this kid. But shit like that, conversations like that, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that, like, and obviously the situation is different, but I'm not gonna sit here and say, like, y'all niggas ever been to a barber shop at the ages of 15? Like, this is where the cultural difference is. Like, y'all niggas ever been to a barber shop at the ages of 15? When you're starting to get into high school? Like, niggas be talking ridiculous in there. Niggas be always talking ridiculous in there. But we can't be making creepy advances on kids. I'm not saying that what DJ Akademiks did was right. But have y'all niggas been to a fucking barber shop? In the trenches. You start getting to the age where you go to a professional salon, that's just the cultural difference. When I was 15 at barbershops, they used to grab my shit and stroke it clean, but that's just life. All right, Unc, I have long hair, so I go to a salon. I just think that right there is just a little bit of a cultural difference. Yes, Unc, but they ain't making advances on kids in there. Listen. The whole point of me saying that about DJ Akademiks is when he was trying to defend himself, he was saying, and he was correlating it to whenever he was that age, people older than him were asking him shit like that. And my whole point is that I see that because people that grew up around me, my how I grew up, like, that's not necessarily like the craziest thing in the world. The thing that's different is that DJ Akademiks is doing it at a much older age to a random kid. And I'm not necessarily saying exactly what them niggas were doing to whoever that kid was like, oh my God, like, blah, blah. Okay, Unc, let's move on from this. I think you guys just aren't getting my point. I'm not saying I agree with Akademiks. I'm just saying that it's like, niggas don't talk about cracking with their older cousins. Fantano going after and I want Fantano to go after Ak.
And make it seem like I'm okay with a child.
A woman does my hair, not a weird
vigilante,
man.
Which is...
I just think that's a cultural difference, guys. We get it, Unc, but let's move on. I get your point. Maybe it's just like, that's just where the difference is. Like, maybe y'all never been to like a barbershop. Because in barbershop conversations, y'all, I don't know if y'all are ready for barbershop conversations. I don't think y'all have experienced a barbershop
aggravating thing about this whole situation comes up because we currently live in a time where
I think maybe y'all might be a little too soft for a barbershop conversation.
Between ICE, between our current president who got in the position where he is after saying that Haitian immigrants are going to eat your pets. White supremacy is like really at a fucking peak right now. And because of that, it's vitally important that when things are being called out as legitimately racist, that those accusations actually mean something. But I guess instead what some people would rather do is water down the impact of that, deceptively edit clips to make it look like I like it when children are killed. All right.
I hate to do it, but like, guys, I think this is just like maybe a black thing. Maybe black people are on weird shit, but at the end of the day, nigga, you walking in that barber shop, you get to the age of 14, 15, you walk to your cousin's house at the function. Nigga, you fucking some shit yet? Is a very normal question. Keep it above. Is a very normal question.
I don't think I have anything else to say here.
You're gonna get LeBron Jordan, Michael Jordan conversations, and they're gonna ask you, are you cracking some shit? Nigga, you got a girlfriend.
There's something I've missed. I will try to circle back. That is, if we are talking about a case of something I've actually said or done or felt.
None of my barbers shut the fuck up. None of my barbers don't stop talking. Even the barber today I had was asking me, do I crack shit? Where you going? It was July 4th. Where you going? Where you going? You on the hose tonight? Like, that's normal shit.
Okay. Boom. Forever.
Like, I feel like people acting like that's not normal is like, that's ridiculous. At least in my experience. Well, Fantano just apologized. He needed to, in my opinion, Anthony Fantano apologizing was like, he had to apologize. He had to do what he had to do. He should have gone more at Ak, I feel like. I think Akademiks is kind of wilding right now on his other account. Like, and I love Akademiks, but man, it's unfortunate. This is like that one meme where your two parents are fighting. It's unfortunate. These two have like very much different personalities. Oh, and he reacted to it. Oh shit. Akademiks reacted to it. But posting this is kind of crazy. This is crazy, Ak. Fantano new tweets? Oh, is this a war going on? Is this a war going on? Fantano, what's his shit? Anthony Fantano from the Needle Drop? He hasn't tweeted anything new. Check Fantano's recent tweet and replies. Does Ak still talk to? Come on, good, gang, good. Fight back, nigga. Fight back, nigga. Fight back, nigga. Fight back, nigga. Pussy, nah, stand on what you said. This is me doing that. Thanks for replying. Come on, Fantano. Fight back. Fight back. Fight back, nigga. I just wish Akademiks wasn't really, beefing with Fantano, because I do like both of these creators. That one Akademiks clip is crazy, but a lot of these Fantano clips are crazy. Now it's your turn to respond to the allegations. Listen, at the end of the day, bro, if I do this internet shit long enough, there's gonna be something that I do there. I'm gonna fuck up some way. I'm never gonna do a crypto scam. Like, look at FaZe Banks. Niggas off the net because he did a crypto scam after being the crypto guy. My mother doesn't like how much you curse. Can you stop? That's gonna be a little difficult, Nick Zach. It just rolls off the tongue. There's security footage of Ak dragging an unconscious woman. Gonna get canceled. Listen, you gotta give people grace, all right? You gotta give people grace.
Because I have nothing to hide and the title and for this whole era, this one.
So
wait, let me see.
Mr. I could judge your whole soul, your upbringing, your moral capacity from maybe you saying something that was regrettable, or maybe the timing of the ecosystem that's now looking at it now feels is reprehensible. You could say, oh, hey, times change, I'm different, but it only applies to you.
Like this
one.
Which,
that's a fair point. Y'all gotta give Akademiks the same grace we're gonna give Fantano. Ak thinks he's Socrates all of a sudden. Y'all gotta give Akademiks the same grace that y'all would give Fantano. Even though I understand that most people in this chat are gonna like Fantano more than Akademiks, y'all gotta give Akademiks the same grace. Because y'all cannot just brush this off the shoulder from Fantano and be like, it was 10 years ago. And then, obviously, the context is different. Ak's allegations are different. I think saying a slur is less bad than being weird with minors. But again, I mean, that's like, you can't really, that's like, it's a fair point. Like, Smudgy Rabbit, you might have got me. But again, like, I feel like people got to be able to grow. And Akademiks' point, where I kept bringing up my experience and shit like that, and how it's just different from y'all. Not y'all niggas are saying y'all go to salons. I'm talking about barbershops and cookouts. Like, it's just a different experience. What Akademiks was saying was that he experienced that as a kid. Whatever, he felt comfortable doing that. He was wrong. He was wrong in doing that. He shouldn't have been doing that with random kids, anything like that. But I don't think that personally to me, that's not something Akademiks can't come back from. Like, that's not really something that is like, yes, Akademiks took accountability for it. He apologized for it. At the end of the day, move on. I don't think that's something that I'm going to stop watching Akademiks for, or not necessarily look at Akademiks the same way. Like, I'm moving on from it. The same way the Fantano shit, he's apologizing for it. I'm moving on from it. The only thing about this is that I wish Akademiks wouldn't be going so hard at Fantano. I know they have beef right now, but I feel like he wasn't trying to say it to be racist or to be homophobic. But I mean, Ak was deliberately doing weird shit to a young boy. Yeah, but you gotta. That's a little hypocritical. I feel like, but I feel like he wasn't trying to say it to be racist. Sure, he probably wasn't trying to say it to be racist or be homophobic. But what Akademiks was trying to do when he apologized for it, he wasn't trying to be weird with a minor. That's what he did. And with Anthony Fantano, it's not necessarily like him being racist or homophobic, but it could offend people. It doesn't like, nigga, I don't really give a fuck. I'm just not going to watch the content if Fantano was still doing that to this day with iDubbbz. Like, iDubbbz was saying crazy shit back in the day. I'm just not going to watch the content. I did watch the content cop when he dropped it on Rice Gum, and I hate watched it. You know what I'm saying? But with Anthony Fantano, like, at the end of the day, he still did that shit. He still possibly offended people. He still was being ignorant. The same way Akademiks, he was, what was Ak's defense? How y'all niggas are gonna be getting so hard on Ak and never even watch his apology or his defense for it? Fantano grew up. You can see the growth. Some of these clips were from like 2017, I think. I could be mistaken. But with DJ Akademiks, it's like, okay, sure, you can see the growth, whatever, but Fantano, during that time, were y'all not watching Fantano while he was growing? Did y'all wait 5 years to watch Fantano, or were y'all still watching Fantano as he grew on camera? Yes or no? You know, that's a question that you need to ask yourself. With DJ Akademiks, he made the mistake. He apologized for it. I believe he won't make it again. 2017 was 8 years ago. Still, during that time, after the second it happened, were y'all niggas not watching him anymore? 2017 was almost a decade ago. 2017, I probably was watching Fantano's reviews in 2017. I remember watching the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy review. And at the end of the day, I'm sure Anthony Fantano, I'm going to give people that grace. In 2015, I was 5? What the fuck? How have you donated me 20 gifted? Dudes be named Akademiks and don't even be scholars. You're fucking what? My thing is that Akademiks, yes, he made mistakes. He made a mistake. But I'm not gonna fucking cancel that. I'm not gonna cancel Akademiks for 5 years because he did that shit. He apologized for it and he moved on. If Akademiks didn't apologize for it, didn't give his reasoning, although the reasoning is wrong, I see the sentiment and where he was coming from. The clip isn't a great clip, obviously. The clip, it should have never happened, but he apologized for it, and he should be allowed to move on from it. The same way y'all are going to give Fantano the clip. Is Axe objectively worse? Maybe. Is Fantano still bad? Yeah. Was Fantano allowed to move on from it and still have a platform? Yes. Akademiks can still be allowed to move on from it, and I know I'm still going to watch Akademiks.
Where it is also clear I am quoting someone, even in the tightly edited state this clip has been presented in. And the reason I'm doing so is to voice
creator and people realization that
explicitly quoting him was in bad form and just unnecessary. I would have still gotten my point across and done so without upsetting anybody had I taken that approach. And I feel this way now because of an important realization I only made after tons and tons of people were watching.
Yeah, you made the realization that, you know, again, and I understand this of content creators because I understand things you do while you're a small creator or while you feel like everybody isn't scrutinizing every word, you may have just said nonchalantly, not maybe having all the way of this.
So the angle Akademiks is going to take is that Fantano's a hypocrite, which that's not a bad angle to take.
This is how I completely feel, and I'm building my entire empire upon these type of things. And then when you're now a big creator and people are now nitpicking every part of your life, and by the way, sir, nobody knows nothing about you. Everybody knows everything about my life. They nitpick everything about my life left, right, and center. And I don't get to do this, what you doing. What you doing here is beautiful. But I don't get to do it. They just look at me and just chalk it up as, you're a piece of shit.
That I don't make content just
so I'm going to treat you the same. You're a piece of shit.
For me, I do it for an audience. And I can't dictate what anyone watching may or may not find harmful or offensive. No more than with a review, I can dictate what music you do or don't like. So I would rather err on the side of caution and not hurt anyone by explicitly voicing language that doesn't exist in a vacuum, even if I am quoting it. And that's actually been my approach for a very long time now. I mean, the show is featured Trayvon
It's now y'all care about context. Oh, okay.
Clip is explicitly not a right-wing podcast. While, yeah, it's true the show has featured a pretty wild range of guests over the years and the humor tends to run a bit edgy, they also regularly make fun of right-wingers, alt-right.
You wasn't... We black people stupid. Good old time, man. This the country club, man.
Because that is obviously something a fucking moron would communicate. So,
yo, I can't believe he think we stupid. This is why, you see, I love white people, but I hate the white people that think we black people stupid. Brother, the thing was him saying Trayvon's name and stopping like it was a mistake, and because he didn't want to have a full conversation about it, it was just a joke. He heard what they were talking about. There's no mistake of Trayvon Martin's name. And here's the thing, you sat by and idly just like chuckled, even though you did say the moron part, I'm giving you that. But y'all were having a good time. You know why? All that pro-blackness shit and all that you on Kendrick's cock shit that you doing now, you wasn't standing on no business then. You was kicking it with the racist. You were letting them say whatever, and you were chuckling right along. These days, I see you on...
See, that's why whenever I was watching this shit, nigga, I was saying, you need to fight back, because Act not finna let you slide. Act not finna let you live, nigga. Act finna really get at you, bro. You not finna just say whatever and be all like, I'm peacemaking, and I'm gonna throw this clip. Nigga, no, you need to get nasty. When a nigga, you facing Act, this is like battle rap. You gotta know your opponent. Drake was like, oh, push-ups, nigga, you're short. Kendrick was like, you're a pedophile. Like, come on, you gotta know where you go with this.
Busting.
Cause now it got me thinking, wait, did this nigga Fantano lie about the clip being out of context? Because this nigga Ack is saying, fuck no, this nigga's lying.
A blood vessel, anytime you see something that you could stand on a woke platform about. That's the problem. You see how you let this roll off your shoulder and you ain't say nothing? But you be busting a blood vessel on Twitter trying to call everybody out because they're pieces of shit and you're the good guy? Stop it.
That's not a bad angle to take. Fantano does play the moral high ground card a lot. I think taking accountability gives him a better look than crashing out. I don't know. I think Akademiks' whole point in ploy, is he going too far? Yes. His whole point in ploy is to try to make Fantano seem like a hypocrite. His whole point is him seeing him. That's just Akademiks. Him crashing out like, y'all think this is an act crash out? Y'all gotta come on. Y'all are uninformed on these topics. Like, I genuinely watch Act and Fantano a good amount. You think this is Act crashing out? This is a crash out to y'all? Act? Have y'all seen Act crash out before? This is Act on a fucking random Tuesday. This is not a crash out.
That's actually...
Act yells all the time. This is just Act.
What happened in that clip.
This is not... being said, I'm telling you. Unless the Hennessy bottle's out, unless the Henny bottle's out, you haven't seen an Act crash out.
I realized a long time ago
this is
that
calm.
I really do need to be careful about who I talk to.
Yeah, you should probably not talk to racists, brother.
This is going to get nasty. I ain't going to lie. I think this beef is going to continue. And I think Fantano did a great job by apologizing. But Akademiks is very fairly pointing out that Fantano is 1,000,000% a hypocrite.
What
in my opinion,
I appear on public,
but I'm still gonna watch Fantano.
In the eyes of the wrong person, any
but like Fantano's like, you can't sit on this moral high ground and try to be the prince of all fucking. You got to be righteous, and I want to be the right side of things, and you got to do this and you got to do that, and you can never fuck up and shit like that. And like, obviously, Fantano is not beyond reproach. Oh, look at that ball knowledge, vocabulary, nigga. But he's been going at Act hard for the shit that Akademiks has done. And Akademiks, I guess the nigga found a gold line. What made anyone know? Akademiks and Fantano are like Fantano, I'm pretty sure, has gone at Akademiks before for like shit that he's done, like allegations or in that Fortnite clip. I remember for sure Fantano talked about the Fortnite clip. And Akademiks, he's the type of nigga to sit on shit and wait and just sit on shit and wait and just. He's the type of nigga, he's gonna get his get
as
back.
a deep tie or an endorsement of an idea that I don't.
Oh, like when y'all said that because I took millions from Rumble, which I still stream on, right? Without a deal. I don't have a deal with Rumble right now. I still stream on it. I want to stream on as many platforms as I can. I stream on Kick. I stream everywhere. Remember, y'all said that I was a alt-right hip-hop commentator who was sent to destroy hip-hop. That's what y'all talked about with associations when it came to me. I looked at Rumble as just a fucking platform.
Fantano, come on.
They actually told me don't.
He better be fighting back on Twitter right now.
But that's how y'all talked about me. You were one of them. So now you're understanding associations, but you're not understanding with yourself. But you never understood with me. Okay, cool. I got you.
Don't fucking agree with. Like, for example, if I did a stream with this guy tomorrow.
Fucking a dude, will you let him fuck you?
No.
Why not?
See,
suppose he's like.
Hopefully, Akademiks explains it here, so what I was saying earlier makes sense to y'all. Again, I do think, like I'm gonna say, from what I remember Akademiks saying, he had shit like that happen to him as a kid, and not like that, guys. Like, he would talk to his older cousins, older brothers, and they would be like, "Nigga, are you fucking bitches? Are you on the hose? What's up with you, nigga? You gay?" Like, that's normal shit. You go to a barbershop, niggas be like, "Oh, you got a girlfriend, nigga? What you doing, nigga? XYZ, blah, blah, blah." Like, asking you the real nitty gritty questions, shit like that. That's not abnormal. I don't think so at all. Is Ak doing it to a random person a little abnormal, weird? Yes, it is. I agree with that. And so,
bro, listen, yo, you always wanted me to
see you trying to shoot back at me.
What?
No, nigga, it's your turn in the sun.
Be next to you now. I could be inside of you. Pause.
Yo, I'm not gay.
Which, by the way,
that's
everything
crazy.
you're defending yourself about is all of this out of context. And I tried to say that, but the internet's the internet. That's the thing. When it's your time to get deep roasted, sit there and get deep roasted. You know why? Because I said everything you're saying. Yo, this little motherfucker started trolling me about Drake, asking me about if I let Drake fuck me. Nobody gives a fuck about it afterwards.
Yeah. Theme Park Vex, yes, you're right. But saying to your cousin, if you got a girlfriend, is different than saying to be inside of someone. Yes, I am saying this clip is weird. But nothing I'm saying about with the older cousins in my experience is to defend Akademiks. It's saying that was his point and that was his correlation into saying that, like, that was okay. I don't know if he's going to get into it. Y'all would have to search up the apology. But that was his correlation. And he said he shouldn't have done that. Right? And I agree with that. Like, he shouldn't have done that. But yes, that shit has happened before. Like, that shit's not like super abnormal to talk about with your older family members. Your family members that are 20s, you know what I'm saying? When I was 13, 14, 15, whereas my brother was my cousins, were my barber that I was going to for a long time, talking to me about female shit like that, yeah. But, okay, asking, like, would you let a nigga crack you to a random kid on Fortnite is ridiculous, especially on stream.
The nicely edited tight clip pause of, yo, you said this? Why'd you say it? That's all people care about. You let your racist friend say fuck Trayvon? You chuckled? We don't give a fuck about context no more. We're playing by the...
Like, should Akademiks have said this to a random kid on the net? No.
The rules you created, Anthony Fantano. This is what you and your little cohorts have created. Don't try to deflect. And this is the most disgusting part of what you do. When I'm talking about when it's my day to get cooked, and listen, it's always...
Am I going to sit here and lie and say when I'm on Fortnite with the boys, am I asking them? You got Diddy in front of you. You got LeBron James behind you. You moving forward or backwards? Am I going to sit here and lie and say I haven't asked that hypothetical before? I have. I'm moving backwards.
What I always say, when y'all dig out, we'll always dig too. There's always going to be your day, and it's never over. There's going to be my day again. And it's going to be your day again too. It's about how you deal with it. And I've been there enough times that I'm understanding a little bit. What you definitely don't do is deflect to somebody else. Oh, I'm not that bad. I'm not this guy. Shut up. Are you apologizing or are we catching a fade, pussy?
You suck a dick.
Ak is trying to get at him.
Yeah.
People might understand.
Freddie Gibbs, this Ak, that's actually lame as fuck. Why is a rapper dissing Akademiks?
Of having sexual conversations with underage boys.
That's
and
lame.
I don't. So while I know that nobody owes me their forgiveness and I can't control what everyone thinks about me, I'm going to continue to do my best
In a song?
to make sure that I'm not
Or gave his
across
opinion
the
on
wrong
him in
idea,
hip-hop?
especially considering a lot of the music.
Remember when Ak was a big deal in hip hop? Ak is still probably the biggest deal in hip hop.
Review and endorse on a regular basis deals
would have
in some
dethroned
pretty
him?
heavy and serious topics.
He just had the
Topics that I would
Kanye
be
interview.
Completely in
A lot of word salad, not enough accountability. Anthony Fantano, just know.
What would be the argument to say that he isn't the biggest?
This is the world that lacks context, that looks at people in extremities as racists, pedophiles, rapists, murderers, embezzler, any of some of the worst things you could think about, sex traffickers. You people take the tiniest bit of clips or whatever, and you say that. You're one of the people who have basically helped echo this idea or this false narrative that Drake is a pedophile because of very loose based, sometimes out of context things that would, in a narrated to your agenda way, would suggest maybe he is. But y'all don't even say that's what y'all doing. Y'all say it like it's a matter of fact type of thing. So when it happens to you, enjoy your time in the sun. It's your time, and we have now deemed you're a racist. You've deemed a lot of people as something else. You're a racist. Why should we have further conversation about that? You never afforded anybody, Drake, me, nobody else, with the idea of, well, hold on, let's give this person, at least I'm watching your fucking, this is not even an apology video, this is an explanation video. Apology video is like, yes, I'm sorry, I did that, I shouldn't have done it. That's what apology means. Remember, I always say, never apologize for something you do twice. An apology says, yes, I did it, I ain't gonna do it again. I'll tell you where the apology part of my video was. I said, listen, I could sit here and say the context is this and that and the third, but
Ak is spitting. Ak did apologize for that shit.
At the end of the day, I should never put myself in that position. I'm gonna do better.
Ak's kind of right.
I'm looking for the apology. I ain't get it yet.
Opposition to were I a bigoted weirdo. But as much as this is a principle of mine, I would also like to be spared the headache of just some freak trying to frame me disingenuously
I'm sure Fantano
and make it seem like I'm okay with a child being killed by a racist vigilante, which is where the most truly aggravating thing about this whole situation comes up.
Well, here's the thing. Why you ain't denounce it then? Why you ain't denounce it then?
You know, that's another thing. Y'all are saying that what Fantano did was 8 years ago. Well, Akademiks, whenever he got into that situation, he apologized right away. I don't know how long Anthony Fantano was still quoting people, was still doing that stuff before he eventually came to the conclusion to apologize for it. You know what I mean? That took maybe a long time. Like Akademiks, that situation happened. We talk about this shit for 2 hours now. No, you just got here late, Jeremy. Of course.
The interesting part about people like Anthony Fantano, their views and their soapboxing acquiesces to who they're around. When they're around in racist white chat media, they allow or they chuckle towards racist anti-black jokes. When they're around and they've
we also got to understand that people aren't beyond reproach. People aren't beyond making mistakes. And so the Akademiks, the sexual assault thing that he's going through, the R-word case, he got on stream and explained again, I am a avid Akademiks and Fantano watcher. Like, will I watch all Fantano's reviews? But whenever he's in this little purple background right here talking about shit in the music industry, I do watch those videos pretty often. I will hop into a Fantano stream where he's doing New Music Fridays every now and again if I'm not live. Akademiks got on stream, and of course, you've everybody in chat, most like 90% of the people in chat have already told me that they don't consume Akademiks content. So this is going to be very new information to you. And this is not going to be something that's like, oh my God, what the fuck are you talking about? This is, you never watched this video. You never watched this stream. He drove to his fucking podcast studio right after this stuff was going to happen and basically just explained the entire situation. And I believe him. And we can't sit here and act like, yes, women all the time do get, you know what I'm saying, sexually assaulted and shit like that. But from the situation, how Akademiks broke it down, and I don't know the other side, it seems like, I don't know. You have to go and watch that video yourself. Maybe I'll link it in the bio when I make this a YouTube video, but it doesn't necessarily seem like, and we haven't really heard anything from it. And there's been updates to the case and shit like that. I think Akademiks has said that if you go and look at it, like, you see that it's going swimmingly for himself, but he obviously can't talk about it because he's in it. So it's like, guys, like, I get it. He does have that case out there, but let's not act like people don't get falsely accused of things. And Akademiks hasn't fully explained the situation before in detail and given very good evidence to say that, like, this is kind of BS. So at the end of the day, it's like, people aren't beyond reproach. I'm sure Akademiks, I'm not saying Akademiks didn't do that, but hey, guys, like, let's wait and see. We don't know any of these people in real life. Yeah, how are you going to believe him if you only seen his side? Like, of course, he's not going to admit to it, but the case is public. And he gave a lot of information on it. Did he address the vid of the girl saying he invited her over and she woke up and get assaulted? Yes. He has. But of course, I don't know DJ Akademiks in real life. And again, pay very close attention to what I'm saying. Akademiks could have very well have done that shit. Akademiks could have very well have done that shit. And I don't know. I wasn't there. None of us were there. We're going to let the legal system sort that out. And you're just going to have to see Akademiks speak on it. But none of us were there. Just because somebody gets alleged of doing something does not mean they actually did that. Okay? Like, none of us are there. None of us seen it. None of us, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I've only heard Akademiks' side. That other person's not an internet personality. Of course, I'm not going to get her side. What from Akademiks saying, as an Akademiks fan, as a Fantano fan, he's apologizing for his shit. Akademiks has explained and apologized for the situations that he's in. Again, people are not beyond reproach, and these are real people. So
now been seemingly given a temporary pass to be in the circles of very woke pro-blackness. They call out everybody. Do you see how in one setting they're passive and seemingly jovial? Oh shit, you just said fuck Trayvon. Oh, that's hilarious. They even said fucking black people away. Oh, that's funny. No calling out. But now when you're given the temporary pass to be in the pro-black wokeness club, you're calling out everybody. You don't see how that code switch might be problematic, brother? You don't see why you should apologize?
We get the message.
Clips to make it look like
this thing. There's nobody bigger than the chat, man.
We get the message. There's got to be more to this going on as we were watching that video. But again, just remember, chat, nobody's... What the fuck is he... What? How much y'all want to bet this pasty white bitch made racist maggot Adam Fritz? Who is this? I don't even know who this guy is. But I just like I think Fantano. What did Adam Freeland?
This is what I be saying, man. He says, I'm a bitch for Chicago, right? G Herbo's sitting up there cackling. And then he invites me to come sit with him, right? He invites me to come sit with him. And then the same nigga, okay? Hold on. Come on, man. Post. Hurry up and post. The same dude, okay? This is him. This is who we beefing with here, chat. His name is Adam Freeland. He's gonna tell me about Chicago. See, I need 100,000. This is y'all kings. This is y'all kings. Let me go get some liquor. This is y'all kings.
Wait, that's Adam Freeland?
Y'all kings. 1,000.
Wait, what is this?
See, I need 100,000.
Well, I'm confused.
This is y'all kings.
What is
this? This is y'all kings. Let me go get some liquor. This is y'all kings.
Wait, that's Adam Freeland doing blackface? See, that's why, guys, y'all gotta understand that, like, and I don't know who Adam Freeland is, but y'all gotta understand that, bro, people will make mistakes. I'm a very forgiving person at the end of the day. Like, I'm not this type of nigga that's gonna cancel somebody, not watch nobody. I don't know Adam Freeland. I don't know if Akademiks will show it if it's edited, but I'm not the type of person that's like, bro, people will, like, nigga, you gotta remember, people on the internet are people first. People on the internet are people first. People on the internet are people first. So they're going to make mistakes. Fantano was making mistakes. DJ Akademiks has made mistakes. I don't know if this is real or not from Adam Freeland, but I'm sure he's made his fair share of mistakes. To sit here and hold people accountable is fair. But once people should be allowed to move on from things. People should absolutely be allowed to move on from things. And of course, if they do something completely heinous, then yes. Like with the Tory Lanez stuff, all the time I say, I don't personally believe Tory Lanez did that, but he got convicted of it. And so if somebody on the other side thinks Tory Lanez, with the same information that I got, did that shit and thinks he's a scum of the earth and should be under the jail, I can't be like, oh, fuck you. He got fucking convicted of it. If Akademiks gets convicted of fucking the R word and goes to jail, then it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe he did that shit. You know? I don't know what's going on with Adam. There's gonna be, if anybody's on the internet long enough, can y'all think of a creator that doesn't have controversy ever attached to his name? Corey X Kenshin, my favorite YouTuber, a God-loving man, just got his name cleared, but he was in a controversy 2 weeks ago. Markiplier was in some shit, I'm pretty sure. Like, Corey Kenshin was like the nicest nigga ever. You would think he would never be into some shit. But Corey Kenshin got into some shit like a couple weeks ago. Like, listen, if I'm on the internet long enough, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna move on from it. I might make a joke that's not funny to certain people. I might do some dumb shit. We're gonna move. I'm just saying. What, you can barely name you can't name Kenny for real, King of the Fourth Quarter. I think maybe he's never been in some shit. But at the end of the day, like, you know, shit is gonna happen. You know, you're gonna make mistakes. This is on the internet. This is live. I could accidentally stand up and my fucking pants rip, and all of a sudden, like, I show speed. I show meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just fucking stood up and he shaking his shit and his dick fell out. Like, nigga, like, shit. Now his dick's on the net for the rest of his life. I might accidentally go live while I'm changing and y'all niggas get a clear ass shot. Like, it might happen. Like, and shit, it just might happen. It might happen. Right? And so at the end of the day, I don't know if this is real or not.
This is y'all kings. I'll be back. I'm going to leave this on the screen.
I might fucking drink. I might play Five Nights at Freddy's, get too drunk on stream and fall asleep on stream.
We got one nigga hanging.
Akademiks has fell asleep on stream off the Hennessy multiple times.
Out with a racist club, Fantano, and we got this other guy. This is how they coming. I'll be back.
But this is why I always hate the people that, not hate, because I don't hate anybody, but I always dislike the people who get on the internet and get on the net and just say, oh my God, Akademiks is still going. He just posted this guy's ex-girlfriend. Thank God this black queen divorced this closeted white supremacist. Can only imagine the trauma that she went through. Hashtag did she know? Oh my God. Hashtag did she know? Fantano, fight back, nigga. You can't fight back. Fantano, fight back. Is he saying anything? 11 minutes ago. King Jared. What? What did he post this for? Consent is stupid. Is natural. Necessary for happy and healthy society. Why is modern world so miserable? What? What? Yeah, Fantano's really going through it right now. Yeah. Yeah. Akademiks is the last person to be saying this type of stuff with the amount of allegations he got on him. Kerplunk, I think you missed a lot of stuff. The thing is that Akademiks are saying that Fantano's a hypocrite for being the white knight. Not white knight in that way, but like just the forefront, the forefather of holding niggas accountable when these are his allegations. And he's basically, I guess Akademiks feels like he's not, Fantano's like not really trying to allow Akademiks to move on from the mistakes that he's made in the past. And Akademiks is basically saying, here's your shit. Here's all the things that you've done in the past. You're this now, forever. You know? What is that? That's not. I don't think this is real. I don't think that's that.
I don't know if Katrina wants it. Katrina doesn't want us to do it.
Like, chat, one day a video like that might pop out of me. Low-key, Fantano gotta lay low. What's there really for him to say at this point? I mean, at the end of the day, again, a lot of these guys, whenever they do get like into controversy and shit like that, like things are gonna get taken out of context. And that's why Akademiks is a nasty nigga. Like, I love Akademiks, but he's taking these clips out of context a little bit. Apparently, at least Fantano's saying they're out of context. He's using AI pictures like this. Like, come on, gang. Come on, gang. Like, this ain't right. Like, this ain't right. Like, there's some grandma from Alabama who's gonna see this. There's some grandma from Alabama who's gonna see this and be like, what the fuck, Fantano? This is bullshit. Anthony Fantano is not racist. I don't think he's racist, but he's definitely at one point was ignorant. Another clip has surfaced where a widely known racist defends Sam Hyde.
You know, even though you dislike his politics, you're an idiot. You're literally blind. Are you and Sam Hyde buddies? I wouldn't say we're friends. I'd say we're acquainted.
Who is Sam Hyde?
And you know, I guess I'm sort of disappointed in the fact that Adult Swim kicked, you know, the show off the air. Do I regret interviewing Sam Hyde? Personally, no, I don't regret interviewing him. I didn't talk to him because I want to be like him, or I think he's like, you know, I think his politics are sexy. I knew he was edgy.
Everybody's like, oh, it's like Sam Hyde. Don't be like Sam Hyde, Anthony. You're ripping off Sam Hyde. Shut up!
Did you feel bad for Sam Hyde when he got his show canceled, or even if it was true and founded in this theory?
Again, I see what Akademiks' point is, and I don't think Akademiks is where y'all think Anthony Fantano was on January 6th. My problem with Ak is, and I still fuck with Ak, my problem with Ak is just like, damn, bro. Like, he's stooping pretty low, to be honest. But I don't think calling Anthony Fantano out as a little bit of a hypocrite is wrong. Akademiks saying this but voting for Trump is crazy. Acts like a child. Favorite dog breed? Australian Shepherd. Bro, he was shitting on the January 6th riots when it happened. Obviously, Akademiks is clearly trolling. Akademiks is trolling. Clearly. But with the context of other stuff, I don't know who Sam Hyde is, But with the context of all these clips and shit like that, you know, this is Akademiks getting nasty. That's why I'm saying Fantano got to get nasty. Fantano really got to get nasty. Calling him a racist is one thing, but calling him a Confederate supporter or a Trumper is crazy work. Sometimes I wish I didn't know anything about these internet people. I feel like, bro, at the end of the day, y'all gotta give Fantano the same grace. Cause chat, y'all are trying to really give Fantano super amount of grace, but y'all wanna fucking dig into fucking Akademiks, and it's like that's Akademiks' whole point. Y'all gotta give Ak that same grace you're gonna give Fantano, and I'm gonna give everybody that same grace, unless they do something just completely fucking heinous, completely just fucking ridiculous. Ak is crazy. He's a nasty person and clearly hasn't changed. Do I think he's going a little too far? Yes. But changed from what to what? People grow. Changed from what to what? People grow. People grow at their own speeds. People grow at their own pace. Ak has apologized for the things he's done before. What? What, is he a Drake fan? He's clearly biased towards Drake. I think I'm a Drake fan. I enjoy that. Please be biased. Please make K-bot memes. Okay? I still enjoy Kendrick Lamar's music, but clearly changed from what to what? But I think unless more news come out about this, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I feel like we kind of get the message, huh? Has he been replying to people? If I'm Fantano, bro, I'm probably trying to take a break from Twitter though, because Twitter's not gonna do you favors.